Good morning. Welcome to the outdoor demo here. On behalf of everyone from NLB Corporation, I'd like to thank you each for taking the time to be out here. The theme this year at the WJTA demo seems to be automation, and we too have a couple of nice new automated systems that we want to show you and let you know about. But before we talk about those, I want to talk about the heart of any high-pressure water jetting system, and that's the pump. And if your pump doesn't work, then it doesn't matter what kind of automation you have, because it's not any good. And today we have a 455 unit. So this is a 450 horsepower pump capable of running up to 40,000 PSI. As it's configured today, you have a pump that'll run 68 gallons per minute at 10,000 PSI. If you were to remove these fasteners, fold the fluid end down, and put the 20K components in, you'd have a 34 gallon per minute pump at 20,000 PSI. We build a lot of things into these pumps to make sure that they're reliable. And one of those things is an accessory manifold. And that manifold is back here, and because of the way this pump is sitting, you really can't see it. But what an accessory manifold does is it isolates a lot of the components from the pulses that happen inside of a pump. And it's those pulsations that eventually lead to failure. It's those cycles. And anything that you can do to get your components away from the cycles that are inherent in a pump like this, that will go a long way in increasing life, decreasing cost, and improving reliability. We'd like to thank Rain for Rent for getting us our water today. We are going to run this pump. We're going to pressure it up. We're going to show it running on both of these tools. There is one more thing about this pump that isn't obvious as you're looking at it, and that is the all-new NLB wireless remote control system. And when you're working with tools like these two arms that we're going to look at in a moment, it's really, really nice to be able to control the pump from a remote place. And any of you that have run operations where you have a pump down on the floor somewhere and you're up three flights doing some sort of a water blasting application, you can see the advantage of being able to start and stop the pump, control the flow of high pressure water, adjust the pressure, all from a small handheld unit that the operator has with them. And so we're going to fire this pump up, and we're going to show you first the large arm, and that's the large device over there, the crawler. Mark's actually going to take it through its paces, show you the flexibility that it has and where it can position the high pressure water jets, and then we'll turn on the pump and actually squirt some water. Mark's going to get in the climate controlled cab. I think you would have appreciated that last year more in Houston, but it is climate controlled, air conditioning, heat, and it goes a long way to improving your operator's ability to get the job done by having them in there and not being impacted by the outside environments. So what you're seeing right now is Mark is actually controlling which device that high pressure water is going to through the use of that remote. We have a system valve on the back of this pump, and that system valve, being controlled by the remote, is switching the water between the two different tools. So this is the arm. This is the larger of the two systems. It's capable of running with pumps up to 600 horsepower. We have people using these for a whole host of jobs: shell side cleaning, hydro demolition, surface preparation. What you have in this tool is actually 7 different axes of motion between the motion of the device itself and the different rotating points. It gives you a lot of flexibility in where you can place those water jets. Okay. Thank you very much, Mark. So again, that is the ARM, the Automated Remote Manipulator. That particular tool, again, 600 horsepower, anywhere up to 40,000 PSI. We'd love to have you stop by inside and take a look at it. We can tell you a little bit more about what that tool can do for you. So, big tool for big pumps. But we've had a number of people come to us and say, you know what, we love this automation, we need to use this automation, but we can't fit that thing where we need to take it. And because of that, today we're debuting the mini arm. All of the same capabilities as far as being able to manipulate the water jets, but it's in a much smaller package, as you can see. This weighs about 2,600 pounds. It will fit through a 30-inch door. So any limitations that you may have had because of the size of some of these, it really goes away with the Mini. It also is remote controlled. You can see here there's about a 5-pound remote that gives the operator complete control over all the functionality on this thing. This will work in a wireless mode. It actually comes with 2 batteries. The battery life is about 8 hours. It'll charge in about 2 hours. What you can also do is run this in a tethered format. So if you're in a facility that does not want wireless going on, you simply plug this thing in and you have a wired remote. The Mini is designed to run at, again, any pressure up to 40,000 PSI. We have different end-of-arm tooling packages to do those. And it's designed for about a 300 horsepower pump. So again, we're going to fire up the NLB 455, make some high pressure water, and Mark's going to show us what this can do. You can see as he begins to move this thing that we've really come up with a very simple but very, very effective hose management system. That hose comes up from the back and goes through a couple sets of rollers. And those rollers allow the hose to come in and out depending on how much is needed based on where the arm is. Both of these tools are using the hydraulics on board the excavators to drive nozzle rotation. Okay, there you have it. The two new arm tools from NLB. We'd love to have you stop by inside and talk a little bit more about these. We actually have the small version inside, so if you want to get up close to it and take a look, we'd be happy to have you do that. And we'd also like to talk to you about this pump and the new 355 pump that's inside at our booth, which is a 350 horsepower version of the 225. So a couple of nice high horsepower units that are in small, compact, lightweight packages. Thank you very much.